Howdy folks, it is I, VannKraken. We are here for a Saturday during the day World of Warships PC stream. For those of you who follow me on World of Warships Legends, I am a World of Warships Legends alpha tester and been a 4.5 year, going on 5 year World of Warships PC player. Just don't get as much time on the PC side as I'd like to anymore because I've been a content creator for a little while for YouTube. With regard to World of Warships Legends, but still enjoy both games a lot. I catch up on World of Warships PC a lot on Reddit to see what's going on. The temperature seems to be running pretty high between the changes with regard to some of the hybrid ships, the battleship CV combos. Obviously, the ongoing saga with the power level of aircraft carriers and some other stuff going on that seems to always have the PC side of the world riled up. We do have the incoming Dutch cruiser line with an airstrike feature that I know Clebro, who jumped into the stream, is actually excited about and says, did you accidentally start streaming at the wrong time? No, I just had my family go out shopping, Cleve, so I got a little time to get a head start before dinner and just going to jump in and do a little bit here on the PC side. So, hey, what is up, Hype? How are you? Want to stream, but you don't know how. You need to know how to use YouTube Studio. Hey, I think you're on the Discord, right, Hype? So ask me any questions you want in Discord, either by DM or I think there's a streaming topics channel that I put in there. Let me know if you're not in the Discord, but I think you are. But I'd be totally happy to help you get set up. You need either a capture card or, in my case, I use a streaming application called Xbox Companion, basically to stream from my Xbox to my PC to capture console play. This obviously today is PC play, so that's a little bit different of an animal. But yeah, Hype, good to see you for one thing. And secondly, if you want me to help you out with that, I'd be completely happy to do so. You just need to use YouTube Studio. Well, in your case, if you're streaming on your Xbox, you have to find a way to get from your Xbox to a computer, I think, because I'm not sure YouTube has a streaming app yet. Whereas Twitch, you can stream straight to Twitch, I think, from your PS4 or your Xbox. There is a Twitch app, but I don't know if there's a YouTube one yet. So I don't think there is. But there are some services that let you stream out and basically restream to multiple services. Or, again, you have to use like a capture card and or an app, a broadcasting app. So, hey, Cleve says, I got bored and played some TST, ran into a Soviet carrier. Those things are scary, the new ones with the big turbines that lift them in the air like you've shown before. Hey, so funny for everyone who is joining or sees this on video on demand, again, I mostly stream World of Warships Legends, but got my start a long time ago in PC. Cleve, who's in chat, is a PC player. LIVESTREAM or Hype is a console player, but anyway, it's funny because there's a little bit of a crossover going on right now beyond the title of the stream. We have a legendary tier on the console side, which is basically our tier 8 to 10 mashed into one tier. And that was introduced in a special battle mode where you would have a group of normal ships and they might fight against a Yamato as a quote-unquote legendary tier ship. And the grand battles, which have been cooked up on PC right now against the super battleships, the Strasbourg and the Satsumas, are really close in theme to what the original legendary tier mode was on console. So it's funny, console tanks used to kind of cross-pollinate PC, and I think you see a little bit of that happening going the other way now with PC kind of getting its tier 11. Whereas console has tiers 1 through 7 and then has a legendary tier, which again functions as that plus tier, but a little bit different in tier structure, but same idea. This Grand Battles theme is the very same idea as what's already been done on Legends. So, Cleve, you're saying those are scary, the super battleships are scary? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to jump in and play any of these games. Just clicked in and saw this as an option to check out. These are 20-inch guns, probably, right? Is that the deal? Or are they even bigger than that? So we have Satsuma and we have Hanover as the two monster ships right now. How many guns? 8? What does it say? I guess I can look. 483 millimeters. So that seems like 20 inches, right? Oh, you're saying no, the scary are the Soviet carriers. And we knew they were going to be OP, right? Very OP. I'm going to jump in and play a game, you guys, in Bayern. You can chat. This is my European account, only 20 ships. It's the only ship I think I have active premium time on. Sometimes I have active premium time on up to 3 PC accounts and a console account. So the one thing I'm a whale for right now on the WG Ledger is premium time. I don't buy a lot of premium ships anymore. I don't buy a lot of gold just at random. Occasionally a couple holiday crates and normally premium time just to make grinds easier. If you're new to World of Warships or World of Warships Legends, premium time gives you a bonus on credits, so you can buy more in-game items that you need to progress up tech trees, like ship modules or actual ships. And you also get more experience points per game, so it allows you to progress faster up the tech trees, which just makes your time more efficient and in my mind a little more valuable for me. Ugh. What happened to my panels? My panels got blown. Oh, we went to 10.5 and I haven't updated. All right. So I think it broke my mods. Tried to load the mod station, which basically runs these panels, and it was down. So you went on the test server. No one knows detonation flags exist. Is the Soviet carriers are only on the test server, is that right? Oh, you said TST, so it's test server. I honestly have not researched what those Soviet carriers look like. I just know people have been joking that they look extremely OP. And you're talking about playing what, tier 10? You shot down 57 planes from a Hakuru. You detonated a Musashi. Oh, with a single midway torp. Holy crap. It does happen. I think is it a bow hit generally that does that? No, because that wouldn't be where the magazines are. I've had funky locations, it seems, where I've gotten detonated. Detonations happen on PC a lot more frequently than they do on Legends. They've dialed down certain things on Legends to make it more kind of quote-unquote user-friendly in my mind, and having you detonate less has been one of those things. That was rude. Running Bayern, not the greatest main battery range. We're looking at 17.7 kilometers in this ship. So I can't really hit these guys across the map. We're going to jump in and support the A cap. Hope our Atlanta here goes and supports D. The mightiest BB to rule the seas dies to a single torpedo from a plane. Yeah. It took a few more than one torpedo to kill Yamato, right? But only one to kill a Musashi. But that's just because of your talent. You have a high talent level. We know that. Well, one of our DDs is gone by devastating strike already. I am not up to speed on the new German destroyers, which have kind of cruiser-ish characteristics, I believe. Quite a few new ship introductions. I've only played once or so in the last month. It's probably day 2 in the last month on PC. Here we go. Got a lower tier Britannia we can take advantage of. Yamato only sunk 10 planes. I think most of them were from it exploding. Yeah, anti-aircraft capability, not the hallmark of the Japanese battleships, right? Not as strong as American AA. Alright, Bayern AP at a distance is not going to be the strongest. We're going to obviously prioritize DDs as a target or broadside targets in general. If we don't have a DD to shoot at or a cruiser. our whole team's rushing the cap, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
This battle seems like it's gonna develop pretty quickly. Yeah, I know it took a lot of torps and bombs to finally put Yamato out. Hey Spartacus, how's it going? Spartacus saying World Warships piece or Legends now given planes at tier 7 evasive maneuvers, no damage for a short period. Yeah, that's that new consumable, right? I think it's as a consumable. A lot of consternation on the Legend side right now about carriers with the introduction of the German carriers, which have armor-piercing bombs, which we've played on this side for a long time. Especially folks who enjoy German battleships like I'm playing right now have found how strong AP bombs are against German battleships especially. I did see Tirpitz lose half its health on one drop last night. 30,000 damage.
The ship is on fire!
But not unexpected based on what we've known was coming. If you played PC at all, you've already realized how strong AP bombs are against wooden decks. Kind of curl out of the cap because I don't want to get completely burned down by this Atlanta. There's 2 fires on us. Just going to continue to try to work down the Britannia. Try to call for fire on
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So yeah, some of the pain that's being felt on the PC side, well, it's continual pain. There's been a group of carrier haters forever. It's just sad to kind of see that same kind of talk on the Reddit and the Discord for Legends, honestly. I'm someone who has carrier games where I get completely worked over by them, but I tend to bounce back pretty quickly, just play another game, not rage for too long about it. But I think their players are inherently going to be frustrated by that type of class. I admit I was not a big fan of artillery on World of Warships, or sorry, World of Tanks, both console and PC. But still feel like you can defend yourself against carriers better than you can against artillery in the tanks world. Alright, we're gonna crawl back around the island. Our team got pretty far forward, probably sooner than necessary, and we paid for it with regard to some loss of teammates. Okay, let's push back across the cap. See if we can get some fire on the DD. How about our Mutsuki? It's not a gunboat. Might catch the Z sleeping if he doesn't back up quick enough. Oh, we just fell short. Damn it. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. You were a Mutsuki guy last time we talked, right? Wasn't it Mutsuki? Torpedoes are broken right now. Yeah, the AP bombs I know are the problem child. They'll probably need a little bit of adjustment in Legends. There's been multiple rounds of balancing on PC on carriers. But there just tends to be power creep when you keep adding new lines to the mix. Alright, we're gonna try to push in before this gets completely out of hand. We get too far behind. Kill that Zed. God, I just missed him. No, we didn't. He snuck back behind the island. Let's see if we can catch this Atlanta sleeping. So, one thing people note when they come over from the Legend side and watch PC is that it moves slower. It's absolutely true. The action moves a little slower. The ships move slower. They kind of cranked everything up a couple notches on console just to make it more arcadey, I think. Not that it's not arcadey on PC. I figure console players don't have any patience. It's everything is kind of forced to happen a little bit quicker. So what that causes is when I jump over and play PC, or for those of us like Cleve who play both, you kind of have to adjust your aiming and some of your ship maneuvering and stuff when you jump between platforms. Torpedoes won't go straight. Is that on Legends? I noticed someone was torping me last night and not having a lot of success from close in even. And it looked like there was a little bit of glitchiness with the torps. Okay, we're gonna wait for the Britannia to give us broadside since they're gonna do that, it looks like. Catch them out. Come on.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Decent hit. Go ahead and turn in on him. This game's actually relatively close. Oh, PC torps are the broken ones. Okay. Seriously, something like that is breaking at this point? Okay. Battleship's sniping us from middle, so we'll stay bow into them. Hopefully continue to get fire on the Britannia. Britannia down.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Oh. Akatsuki's on the other side of the hill. We obviously have to pay attention to this Atlanta. We'll want to get fire on them next. And I do have a spotter plane, and spotter plane will actually enhance my range here on PC and change our firing orientation, which is not something you'll see on Legends. Unless it's a CV bug, they won't fix it for a while. Yeah, that seems to be the way it goes, huh? Okay, we're down 100 on points, and we're behind a cap. So we're gonna have to kind of go take it to the Cavour. Family on the phone. We'll skip that. Okay, we'll have to watch for the DD right out in front of us around the corner of this island. Straight ahead. Because we want to get in close enough to use our secondaries on the Cavour. Oh, there's a Huang He. Gosh, I have not seen a Huang He forever. Okay, slight detour. He does have torpedoes, and he has creeping engine smoke.
Target penetrated.
Atlanta's going to try to get in the mix. So let's kite these guys because they both have torpedoes. Now I'm going to be in a bad position with this Akatsuki. Yeah. Figured he'd try to take advantage of me.
Torpedoes to port.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Can we avoid the torps is the question. It's going to be close.
Torpedoes astern.
Sweet. Okay, get pulse rate up a little.
Torpedoes to port.
Now the Huang He torps. Also known as the Huang Mei. Not necessarily the most fun ship in the world. Kind of like a Perth. Oh god. He came at the worst possible time, didn't he? So we're going to have to kite the Cavour. I don't want to go broadside to the other cruisers. Let him fire and then we'll turn back in towards him. Hey, Gauzy. Hope you are doing well. I saw you were streaming. I thought I'd just jump on to a little quick PC action today. We'll have a break while the family's out shopping. Okay, the Cavour. Oh my god, there's a Fuso over there too. So I can't. I was going to bow into the Cavour. What's my timer? 7 minutes. I don't want to rush. I want to completely rush, but we're behind on points pretty significantly too, aren't we? Alright, we're going to take a chance and try to bow into the Fuso and the Cavor.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Too many ships at once to account for. We overshot. You're tired. It's only 7 p.m. where you are, Cleve. I've been pretty tired lately. That's why it's been hard to do later night streams. Okay, I'm gonna try to bow in the 2 battleships and survive them while I'm getting fire on the Huanghe. It's gonna be a tough one to pull out. Let's at least see if we can get some experience points.
Problem solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Bump up our XP a little bit anyway. Gauzy says, awesome, your reviews are fantastic. The Oki one was well put together. Thank you, sir. I saw your comment on that and I appreciate it. I really like the Ochakov a lot more, or Ochakov a lot more than I expected that I would. And Cleve's here too and gives me a lot of crap about that. So, but fun ship, man. It's like, it's a danger ship. There's always havoc when I play that ship. What we got here? Planes, trains.
The ship is on fire. Torpedoes to port.
Try to turn away from these plane torpedoes, which is going to have exposed us to the Fuso. I'm going to have to pause after this game and call my kids, I think.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, no. Okay, we have a damage control party in place, but we don't get to use it. Alright, we pulled a Dreadnought. Got a close quarters expert. We wound up topping the team, but our team ran in a little early into the caps, and I think that hurt us. Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off for 1 second, make a really quick call. I'll be right back in hopefully a minute, okay? Thanks. All right, sorry guys, we are back. So catch up on questions. So Spartacus saying thanks, but do carriers get spotting damage? I mean, any ship should get spotting XP, but that's a good question from Gauzy. Not sure if they get the damage that other ships get based on your spotting. There was a lot of tanking action where you got on World of Tanks, you got a boosted XP for the amount of damage that you were allowed to accrue spotting for your teammates, but I'm not sure about that calculation. It could get pretty out of hand for carriers because they obviously can do a big time spotting role, right? So, but number of ships spotted, I'm pretty dang sure they do get credit for, but I'm not sure about how the damage is apportioned on that. All right. So, not a ton of damage. We did wind up with 3 kills and just ran out of time. I think we might have had a chance to bow in against those 2 battleships and keep working, but got killed by the timer. So just really quickly check. These ships in this account are not all fully upgraded across the board, but this Byron is. Let's do one more game in Byron now that we've had a bit of a warm-up. And again, these are all 20 ships that I have on this account. My original PC account is probably 150, 200 ships. I have a secondary PC account. Those are both on the North American server that has probably 50 or 60 ships, maybe 75. And then this is the new account. It's actually on the European server. And believe it or not, the play styles vary quite a bit between the different servers too. Kind of odd to see on the Europe server where people just charge in as quickly as they did in that last game, because by history, it's usually been a little more mellow of a server where people take their time getting into the battle a little bit more. So if you're new to World of Warships PC, I really like the German battleship line. It's one of the lines that I started on when I first started playing the game on the PC side. Did US battleships, German battleships when they came out. It was a third line introduced nation line, I believe. And then the Japanese battleship lines, played those a lot. Got my butt kicked in cruisers first and then switched over to battleships. So for those of you who don't care about your stats at all, I tend to care a little bit too much about my performance and helping my teammates. I just kind of avoided destroyers because of that, because I knew that they would probably be the toughest class to play. So I played a lot of battleships and then wound up playing a good amount of cruisers until I got to about tier 5 on PC on several lines. And that's where it starts to get really difficult if you don't have very good situational awareness of what's going on around you map-wise. So at that point, I think after getting my butt kicked in the Omaha and the original Cleveland, which used to be at tier 6 on PC, I jumped over and started playing the US and Japanese battleships, the German battleships when they came out, and then gradually got back into playing other cruisers and ultimately some DDs. I'm not a huge DD main, but been trying to play more destroyers. But I can honestly say I haven't been doing as much of that lately on Legends. Okay. 12v12. I'm hoping we could get 12v12 on Legends.
I owe you one.
I'm gonna go ahead and ping the map where I think we should go, which is A and C, not a heavy presence to B. And I'm gonna actually go with the group to A. Don't want to give up the A cap, even though it takes you a while to get to that cap. Just basically allowing, one team to completely blast through and get the cap and win that flank will put you in a bad crossfire on this map. So teams that tend to turtle up, as we call it, on neighbors at the C cap in the cover of the islands, generally at the end find themselves trying to fight their way out of a crossfire. It's possible to do that if you kind of bunker behind the islands if you've managed to take B. So you can do it a little more effectively on this map, but I still like to at least contest A. Spartacus, as you deleted your World of Tanks console game, reloaded recently, and all your progression was where you left off. I think it remembers, as long as you have your same account, your same gamer tag. Gauzy trying to improve it. World of Tanks is very much a noob. So I'll be honest with you guys. I went in the other night and played for a couple hours, and I have literally not played but probably 2 or 3 games in a year and a half. And I just got smacked around. And I have triple marked tanks, like 3 marks of excellence on some of my tanks, and I was just a complete potato. They're like, who is this guy? He's got marks on his tanks. I had one T-29 game, got hull down on Prokhorovka, where I could basically just peek the hill and spot and bounce shots off my big-ass turret. That was a good game, but I had a lot of problems in my other tanks, including my IS-3. Had a really bad game in my IS-3, which was kind of my baby. That was my favorite heavy tank in the game. So started out my whole wargaming adventure on World of Tanks console. Played there a lot. Gosh, going over 6 years ago now. Was in a clan. We used to do clan wars type battles against other clans, just organized in training rooms, tournaments, that sort of thing. It was really fun. I used to be really, really good, and now I just absolutely suck. Spartacus says, ever since they changed the game mechanics, tougher. Yeah, it's definitely a different feel. I mean, everything from the garage, everything just feels so out of sorts. I'm delayed firing. I don't want to give full broadside to this Vladivostok if he was going to be firing at me. And look at our map. Like, really no one has gone with me. Very few. And I'm going to have 3 battleships that I'm contending at this cap, so there's no use getting too stuck in. Now I'm going to get worked by tier 8 planes. Which sucks.
Torpedoes astern.
Byron is relatively maneuverable. It's one thing about her. Take that torp in the rear.
Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Almost. Again, that's just the finer points of steering and gunnery that kind of leave you a bit when you've been playing a lot of Legends. Timing is just a tad off. Guys, you just can't learn it when you just get decked really fast.
Problem
And that's
solved,
the thing
sir.
with World of Tanks, man. There are games where you get tracked and you're showing your side and you're just, you know, nuked by one TD with an autoloader or something like that, and it makes it less fun than ships. It's one reason why once I really started getting into ships and found the gameplay just more forgiving, that you could compete against higher tiers more effectively. I mean, not that you can't on World of Tanks, but I just think it's loads better on World of Warships. What is this Fiji doing? How if he's backing up or going forward? So confirm he's going forward. Now can we hit him is the question. Okay, we're just having to get the heck out of Dodge. I can't even show broadside to these guys. They all have main battery range to hit me. Now we got some rocket planes coming. Or attack planes, I guess, as they
The
say.
ship is on fire.
Shit. Showed broadside to the Vlad. Trying to avoid the planes. Okay, we're gonna have to play this smart and kind of retreat a little bit. Our team is completely turtled at the C cap. We're gonna lose B. We've given up A.
Sir.
So this is gonna be a really tough game to come back from, just based on our initial deployment. Again, it's not impossible, but when you have a disadvantage on points like we're giving away here, it's going to make it tough. And what I was saying before the carrier started to attack me is I'm a bit bullheaded. Like, I'm going here to do my thing, to go to A, which I know is the right thing to do, but I had no support, no company join me. Which, frankly, I probably should have just lemminged up with everyone else, but I'm too stubborn. Let's see if we can get some fire on this Duca. Aiming at him as if he's going to turn out a little bit. Turn in. Not a bad play. We're still drawing a lot of interest. Still have multiple targets firing on us. And the freaking carrier is not leaving us alone. And we're down 2 tiers, which you won't see on the Legend side. So we're obviously at a more of a disadvantage going against a tier 8 carrier.
Main turret critically damaged.
And tier 8
The
battleships.
ship is on fire.
Might be able to catch this guy sleeping. Might.
Problem solved, sir.
It's pretty shifty. He's doing a good job evading. Okay, we're gonna have to switch our guns, turn back the other way. We're gonna hit the rocks. Spartacus asked about World of Warplanes still around. I believe it is. I played it some. I have an account. When they did their big overhaul of game mechanics on that ticked off a lot of the ace pilot player base. So I've not played it in a while. I played it relatively seriously for about 6 months and worked up the tech trees a ways, and I'm like probably most into naval aviation and aviation in general from World War II than anything else, kind of how I got started in it, but in the whole World War II history thing. But honestly, I just never got into playing World of Warship or World of Warplanes. Now you can pretty much play it by just running carriers in World of Warships PC.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Okay, where did the cruiser go? Duca has relatively low detection, so he waited until I had fired to fire on me, which is smart. Still like to catch him once. There we go. That's better.
Bullseye.
Games like this can be really painful. Getting disconnected from the group, which again was my choice, so I can't blame anybody for that. But then you're just getting kind of picked on while you're running a fighting retreat for the duration of the battle. And our team is still way turtled up and is actually losing power ships-wise, so how did that deployment work out? I'd say not well. Okay. I'm tempted to just make a run at the Duca since he's being so brave. We're gonna be able to bow in while we're getting our guns on him. Bow in on the battleships. That might be a decent shot.
Enemy battleship detected.
Overpens. But we're getting into secondary range. Remember, he has long-range torpedoes, and I got New Mexico over there as well. He's firing HE, so I'm not too worried unless he switches over to AP. Get him. Ah, 4 overpens. The heck. Now I have to worry about this Vladivostok. 3 ships, 4 ships targeting me.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Try to turn. Show my broadside of these dudes. Ugh. Not a great damage total, but we're doing some damage to higher tier ships, which is going to help with our experience points total. Especially when you're going up against +2 tiers. You tend to get a pretty good boost from that.
Torpedoes astern.
Ugh. We're actually overmatched here.
Enemy battleship.
Could try to start some fires with HE, but at this point, we're just going to try to shoot the superstructure. And we failed to do that of the Vlad. If we kite at a good enough angle, maybe he'll get a little bit disinterested in us, but kind of seems to be the case. There's the Fiji from much earlier. Come on, Fiji.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Dang it. Mucho bounces. Alright, that's enough of Bayern. Spartacus says, on PC, can you look directly above your ship to see if you're about to receive dive bomber attacks? It's easier to look around, and you can zoom out from a little greater perspective. I don't think you can zoom out enough to easily see planes that are attacking you. Can't get that high, generally. But you can see around you much easier. Just hold down your right mouse button and then move your mouse around. So I run into islands a lot less on PC than I do on Legends, where it's harder to zoom out. Hey Moist, what's up, man? How's it going? We're getting hot weather like you guys. You're probably cooler than us today and for the next week. Getting a heat wave, Pacific Northwest, but not your level of humidity to get moist, as your name states. All right, hey, we finished third. Again, that team, really bad deployment. That when you basically all turtle up behind the sea cap, it usually doesn't end successfully. That's exactly what happened. Hey, Canada Day camouflages. I think there's a Canada Day flag you can win right now. So maybe we'll switch over. Oh, here's some of the ships you guys were here before. They were on Legends. So we had the line split a while back. So I got this Oklahoma for free during the line split on the PC side. And if you look at the tech tree specifically, you can see the differences in the US battleship line, which I actually prefer the way it's set up on PC. You go New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, Minnesota, Vermont. So that's kind of your slow and relatively tanky line. And then your split went North Carolina, Iowa, Montana, which makes a lot of sense versus North Carolina and then Kansas as a tier 7. I just don't know whose idea that was. The only good in all this is that if North Carolina turns out to just be a terror at tier 6, I'm good with it because I really like the North Carolina a lot. She's a great ship. I'm not a huge fan of Kansas, which I have on both those ships on PC. I've had North Carolina forever, Kansas for a little while. Clee's still around. He could probably attest to Kansas is like a 23 knot top speed, 40-second reload. Really long main battery range, but really wonky Sigma. They did buff it a little bit, but Sigma's basically your vertical dispersion, vertical error. It was really, really, really bad on Kansas when it first came out. So you could shoot like 26 kilometers, but you couldn't hit anything unless you were much closer. Moist at 82 degrees. Humidity feels like it's 100 or more. I've definitely been in Florida when it's like that. Yeah, family went shopping, so I decided I'm gonna jump on and do a quick PC stream. I might do some streaming tonight on Legends. I'm thinking about trying to get on and play some arena mode with Mr. Captain Arcana if he's around tonight. So this is totally different. I just want to use some of this premium time I have on my European PC account. I've not been very good at getting on here and using my 1-year subscription. So I always buy a year. It's just unless I'm doing something super specific, it's just a way better way to spend your money. So we stick with battleships, maybe go something a little faster, more maneuverable. Congo I just recently unlocked. She's stock. Could do a Congo game. Maybe then we'll do a couple cruiser games. I can't remember if I've ground through New York yet. Pretty close. So weird. It's been a long time since I've ground like the Dreadnought battleships in Legends or PC. So going back through the New York and stuff like that, it's like I was so bad at those ships the first time I played through them on World of Warships PC, and it's fun actually doing well on those ships once you have a little better idea of how to position in them and how to use the guns. Pretty dang good guns. Let's check what Spartacus's question is when we're loading in here about perspective. So if you see, you can get out further. You can look kind of almost straight down on your ship. And the way I have my mouse set is just my wheel gets me closer, further out. I tend to stay all the way out. And then if you right click, that's your gun lock and free look, so you can look in a different direction than you're traveling, and you can hold your guns on the position that they're aiming at when you put down your right mouse buttons. Like right now it says free look. If I look straight at B, my guns will hold on B even though I'm looking around. So this is just like the gun lock bumper that I have in my setup in Legends. So yeah, but can you see them? It's hard. It's not, I think this is as high up as you can get, Spartacus, so I don't think you can completely see them. So you kind of have to use that little, you know, wheel that tells you where the planes are oriented and the mini-map. Okay. Gonna try to support the A flank. And a lot of Pensacola players on PC are just like on Legends. They rush in.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Don't understand they don't have any armor. I've only played one game in this boat, I think, so my knowledge of its ballistics is probably going to be a little bit limited. As I say how weak the Pensacola is, she bounces two of my shots.
Enemy battleship detected.
We did a little bit of a speed change. I tend to fire and change direction and speed relatively often, just to throw off the aim of enemy ships. Kind of a habit from cruisers.
Enemy destroyer detected.
That serves well in battleships too. How did we miss that? Sweet. Okay, we took out an enemy T-61.
Nice work.
Which will give a nice work for that. 'Cause that's an
Torpedoes,
important
direct
play
front.
at this stage of the game. DDs to shoot at. Definitely want to shoot the DDs first if we can. Taking a little bit of a pasting. Japanese ships, crappy armor, and the battleship lines being more battle cruiser-ish. Got another destroyer. Okay, we're gonna try to use our speed and turn out of this area if we can. I really want to go for the Pensacola, but okay, now we really need to get out. The ships in front of us are dead, so we're gonna get completely focused.
Torpedoes to port.
Right.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Just avoided the collision there. Just rubbing a little bit. There's the Pensacola again.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy
Oh god,
cruiser
gotta go
sighted.
for the DD. Have to trade off for the DD, especially when he's at low health. Okay.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Much lower damage play, but way more important for the team. Though, look, we've kind of melted, huh? I guess both teams are down at least 4 ships. We're down 5. Low tier destroyer play. Let's all YOLO. Congo has a good me. My Twitch stream player is going a little cuckoo again today, so hopefully the stream is not dropping for you guys. No, what's up with that lately? It's like we are unstable. Seems to be more of an issue with Twitch because the game is actually not having any lag problems.
Enemy battleship sighted.
This higher elevation is the spotting plane view. looks like Twitch is not super happy. Alright, we're going to try to get in front of this island, avoid torpedoes, and get fire on the Pensacola.
Spotter destroy.
The Mysore is a ship that I'm not familiar with. Okay, I don't want to charge the corner because I'm going to get torpedoed doing that. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to avoid torpedoes and get guns onto the Pensacola. Shot that we wanted. Aimed a little bit too far forward and didn't get Citadel. And with most ships, this will be a better ship when she's not stock. So it's hard to judge any of these boats when they're in a complete stock state. So we can get one more salvo off on the Pensacola. Through the hole. Ah! Over Penn City! Okay, the Monahan's gonna come around the corner and definitely try to torp the corner. So we're not gonna fall for that trap. Hey, thanks Kim for the follow. Kimbaye. Appreciate it. Sorry if the stream is a little bit unstable right now. I've been having some issues with Twitch the last couple streams with this specific type of problem. But hey, I stream both Legends and occasionally PC. Definitely more Legends of late than PC, but longtime player of World of Warships. So if you like chatting about World of Warships, this is the right place. Okay. I want to get a non-overpen on this Pensacola, for crap's sake. Oh, crap. Who got me from that side?
We're hull below the waterline. We're flooding
Two
quickly.
more overpens. Alright, well, we're going to have to try to kite behind this island here. Break detection if we can, which we did. Party? Moist, when to do a tank stream? I don't know how, that'd be entertaining just to see how bad I can play. Back turrets, get him. Oh, we just missed him. Alright, let's load HE. Gonna preferentially load HE now for the destroyer. Again, I'm just hanging behind this island to one, protect myself from for my heal to activate. We are low on health. And we've lost detection on the DD, unfortunately. Oh no. Heal! Heal! I'm gonna die.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, I didn't think those torpedoes had range on me from there. What's Monahan? Maybe 6.5 kilometers? I was thinking 5.5. Alright, well, looks like the stream is still probably having some issues, you guys. I look like green on YouTube. But it says it's back working on Twitch. So yeah, I don't know how badly you'd want to see me do a tank stream, unless just for entertainment value of me floundering around. But, Moist, I tried to see the invite that you sent me, and I couldn't find it. So maybe shoot that to me again. I'll go back into tank. Yeah, for doing the crossplay platoons, for sure. It'd be fun to do it. Fun to even just jump on and play, even if it's not streaming. Again, I had a few decent games and some really, really tragic ones the other day. But And again, all my play was before the current kind of meta change, so it's definitely not feeling normal or comfortable. All right, well, that's enough of floating around in slow ships. Let's jump over to the cruiser side. I'm sorry if you're watching on YouTube and things have totally bonked. It's like there's just like a green screen right now on my monitor. Double check that. I don't know if it's my Streamlabs app. Tell me if things are not functioning on the Twitch side. Looks like it's still working on the Twitch side. Yeah, Moise. So I went in and played a few days ago and looked for it in there, and I see where you can like find an invite, but there was nothing in there, so maybe it timed out. So let me know. Let me know if you can go back in and send me another one. I'll try to jump in there and accept that. Okay, so we have a couple of choices. We can do tier 8 with Hipper. Hipper at least got a hull upgrade, so it's a little bit better now. I do not have the range upgrade. We could do a Hipper game. So we're going from battleships to kind of tankier cruiser right now. That Congo game was rough. All of our DDs died. So we kind of lost the threat of having DDs out in front of us to the enemy ships, which allowed them to push forward on us, including their destroyers, and get in close and get us focus fired. Ugh, we're low tier again. Against high tier German CV. It's not going to be super fun. We'll see how this goes. That's the other thing about getting back into playing on the PC side is +2, -2.
Battle starts.
Let's give them a hard time.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the YouTube side of the stream, guys. Completely dorked up. So let's just end that. We'll deal with it when we're back in port here. Okay, we're gonna support the ACAP. We get to select kind of a field of influence on our AA by pressing the O key, which you'll notice on the lower left-hand corner where we have our little ship's wheel. It's actually behind my dog's head. You'll see a portion of our circle down there light up, which shows you an area where you're getting an extra emphasis on focusing your anti-aircraft fire. Uh-oh, the kids are home. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream on the YouTube side.